Yo, what's up everyone? Welcome back to our channel. So, Meghan Markle's name is trending again. Big surprise, right? But this time, it's not because of a new project or some public appearance that charmed the press. Nope. It's all going downhill and fast. It all started with this one Instagram video that she probably thought was going to be her power move moment. Instead, it blew up in her face, and not in a good way. The whole thing has spiraled into a media circus. Studios backing away, fans jumping ship, executives panicking. Meghan's career, or whatever was left of it, is now in full-on meltdown mode. These two have sold their souls, and they sold Harry's family down the river. It's unforgivable, and it will leave a bitter taste in the mouths of millions of people. So, we can hear from those who I know at least one of them was regularly reduced to tears by the bullying from Meghan Markle. And if Meghan doesn't think she did bully, of course, she could sue me cause I've said it. Now, let's rewind for a second. Meghan posted a video that was supposed to be this empowering, fun, relatable moment about motherhood. That's how she pitched it, at least. She wanted to show the world her sense of humor, her take on being a mom, and maybe remind everyone that she's still relevant. But what actually landed on people's screens felt off. Like very off. The whole thing had this cringy try-hard energy complete with awkward dance moves and what looked like a baby bump that had more questions than answers. People weren't laughing with her. They were raising eyebrows and asking what the hell they just watched. The backlash came fast. It wasn't just random trolls either. Actual executives at companies like Netflix and Paramount started panicking. Netflix, where Meghan had her docu-series with Love. Meghan suddenly found itself in the middle of a PR storm. Greg Peters, the CEO, reportedly wasn't having it. He was pushing back hard behind the scenes. And even Ted Sarandos, who's normally more sympathetic toward Meghan, was apparently starting to second-guess things. It's one thing to support a public figure through controversy. It's another when that controversy makes your entire platform look ridiculous. Now, Meghan being Meghan, she didn't just stay quiet. She doubled down. In the middle of all this chaos, she comes forward with a statement trying to explain the whole purpose behind the video. She says it was about proving herself to the world, especially to critics who doubted her as a mother. She said she wanted people to know that motherhood didn't take away her sense of humor or her personality, that she still has fun, still has something to say, and that she deserves to be heard. But here's the thing. Just because you say something with conviction doesn't mean people will believe you. The internet saw a woman trying too hard to be quirky and inspirational at the same time, and it just didn't land. In fact, it backfired so badly that even fans who once defended her were now scratching their heads. You can almost hear them thinking, wait, this is what we've been supporting, and now with Love, Meghan Season 2 is hanging by a thread. Test screenings reportedly tanked. The reaction is worse than lukewarm. Some called it straight up unwatchable. What Meghan doesn't seem to get is that her audience isn't looking for lectures. They're really not interested in abstract messages wrapped in a bizarre Instagram performance. They're especially not here for someone who's living in a multi-million-dollar mansion trying to act like she's just another struggling mom figuring it out in real time. It's not just regular folks who've had enough either. Behind closed doors, Netflix is in a bit of a crisis. Greg Peters is reportedly furious. Internally, he's been pushing hard to distance the platform from Meghan altogether. But the problem is Ted Sarandos, who's been way more forgiving toward her. For reasons nobody really understands, he's still defending her involvement, though even he's starting to crack under pressure. According to insiders, the board is split. Some want to cancel Season 2 outright. Others want to wait and see if public opinion magically shifts. Spoiler, it won't. What's even messier is that Meghan isn't backing off. Word is she's desperately trying to shop herself around. She's apparently pitching ideas to both MTV and Disney, hoping one of them will take a chance on her next big project. That might have worked a year ago, but now, after everything that's happened, most executives are probably terrified to even take her calls. She's gone from being a cultural talking point to being a professional risk, and the industry knows it. To make things worse, fans are leaving, not just in small numbers, either. People who used to defend her online, who reposted her interviews and praised her for being real, are deleting their posts and jumping ship. When your supporters start ghosting you, it's a red flag no PR team can spin. What was up with that baby bump? Meghan is reportedly pressuring Ted Sarandos to greenlight a third season of With Love Meghan, even though the second one hasn't even aired and is already in trouble. Sources say she's using every bit of leverage she has to keep the series alive. Whatever that leverage may be. Some people are even speculating that there's more going on between her and Ted than just a professional partnership. Nothing confirmed, but the rumors are flying. Meanwhile, Greg Peters is done playing games. Internally, he's said to be rallying Netflix's board to cut their losses. From a business perspective, it makes sense. The test screenings for Season 2 were reportedly a disaster. Viewers described the episodes as hollow, self-indulgent, and tone-deaf. Even Meghan's most loyal fans weren't impressed. For a streaming giant like Netflix, continuing to invest in a show that can't even hold its core audience is a massive red flag. And now they are stuck in this awkward limbo, torn between loyalty, politics, and public opinion. Outside the boardrooms, things aren't looking any better. Meghan's public image is cracking hard. Late-night shows have started using her as a punchline. Online commentary is brutal. Even the media outlets that used to defend her every move are backing off. When the people who once championed your story now treat you like tabloid fodder, it's usually the beginning of the end. The sad part is that she still believes this is a comeback story. She's acting like the world is just being harsh and that eventually the tide will turn. But in reality, the more she talks, the more damage she does. There's no calculated redemption arc unfolding. There's no sudden wave of sympathy on the horizon. What's unfolding is more like a slow collapse, a public unraveling of someone who refuses to read the room. And then there's season 2 of With Love. Meghan quietly creeping toward its release. No real promotion, no hype, just this quiet, hesitant energy coming from Netflix like they are bracing for impact. Rumors say Meghan has poured her heart into the new season trying to reintroduce herself. But let's be honest, if the reaction to her viral video is any indication, no amount of rebranding is going to change what people already believe. Sometimes when the public moves on, they really move on. And right now, it looks like Meghan Markle is shouting into a void that no one's listening to anymore. Thanks for watching. Bye.